Hello everybody, Milknit here. Welcome to a different type of content on my channel. Amongst the stream uploads, recorded videos and creature compendium videos, I present to you my own top 10s. Mainly because I am as original as a box of supermarket branded cornflakes and that there's totally not enough of these types of vids on YouTube, lol. Originally this particular video started off as a little inside joke between me and my friend on stream, and has now morphed into a top 10 series going over various things gaming related. This episode we'll be going over the top 10 Waifu NPCs in The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. But before we get on to that, here's a word from our sponsor of this video. Just kidding, but I do have a few rules regarding the entrants in this video. Rule 1. They cannot be a sage. That also includes Sheik. Rule 2. They must be an adult. As nonce are scum of the earth and I'm not making content to cater to the Gary Glitter side of YouTube. Rule 3. They must have a reason for being in the list that goes beyond simply just liking their design, as I feel adding more depth to the character makes their placement on the list more justified. Rule 4. They cannot be Zora, Goron, Deku Scrub, animals or monsters. Rule 5. Gerudo and Great Fairy is an option, but only one type each, as Gerudos have a bunch of archetype designs and the Great Fairies are all the same design in Ocarina of Time. With that all out of the way, let's get on to the list. I will go in order from 10 to 1, with 10 being low tier and 1 naturally being god tier. I will also have an extra part after the countdown with some honorable mentions that didn't make the list with the reason also specified. At number 10. Mamamoo Yang, aka Pooch Lady. She is very thick, bold and knows how to apply lipstick like a pro. Outside of her amazing Hyrulean fashion sense, she lives in a quiet back alley of Hyrule Castle Town. She makes the list for the simple fact that she is a doggo super fan, which is something I myself can relate to. Her prized pooch that she adores with all her heart is named Richard, which is an adorable name and reminds me of a wholesome Call of Duty content creator. At number 9. Coco Lady, the adorable redhead of Kakariko Village. At first when we meet her, she is very afraid of those feathery cluckers. After we help her, she gives us a bottle which is super useful for potions, milk, bugs, pose and Ganondorf electro balls. The amount of times my bacon has been saved from the first bottle will forever make it in my mind synonymous with her. Outside of the awesome head of hair and tall figure, she also shows some level of character development. In the adult Link timeline, she is able to handle her fear of the clucking fowls, in which she takes back the pocket Coco we hatch and entrusts us with her brother's favorite clucky burb. At number 8. Bombchu Bowling Alley Lady. This cute lady sleeps at the counter of the Bombchu Bowling Alley before Link approaches her. Her pink top and super epic purple hair ensemble already puts her into her own league when it comes to character design. Like seriously, for real though, I feel if someone was to take her design and do webcam streams on a certain video game site, they'd make plenty of rupees. Her personality is super bubbly and enthusiastic when she is talking to Link about the rules of Bombchu Bowling. This dialogue alone already makes her a pogus gamer girl right off the bat. Also at the end of the game you can see her sitting with Granny from the potion shop, which proves two things: 1, she cares a lot for her granny, and 2, that she respects her elders. The following entrants are the 3 goddesses of Hyrule, however they are ordered by best girl, so enjoy. Also, before someone says they have the same designs, I will clap back with the following statement. They have different light colors. Seriously though, these goddesses have more design difference than the Great Fairies in this game. With that out of the way. At number 7. Din. Gold and looking like an Oscars trophy. She shines with the light of my favorite color, purple. To quote the great Deku Tree, with her strong flaming arms she cultivated the land and created the red earth. From that description, she's strong and hot like fire, which is definitely an added bonus winking smiley. She is ranked the lowest out of the goddesses, as making land seems a little bit of a one-trick pony ability. However, the fire ability has a lot of uses. Outside of the obvious hot, lit and intense smirky face memes, her fire can cook anything like food, burn enemies to cinders and keep a hero warm on a cold winter's night. At number 6. Faroro. Looking gold and shiny like her sister, she glows with a green light. To quote the great Daddy Deku Tree once again, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. Now I know she doesn't have the meme-tastic power of fire like her sister. But she has the ability to create life. This proves that she is amazing mummy material. Her spell named after her might be a possible insight to her other ability, however it isn't directly mentioned in the game, but yes, the ability to teleport would be another reason to stan this MILF of all life, as she could just simply teleport you out of danger. At number 5. Naru. Gold, gold always believe in your soul. Ahem. Yes, the last of the golden trio. I stan Naru as the top tier sister since she is the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. She a smart goddess and her vast knowledge would be fun for conversation as it would never be boring, plus you'd learn tons of stuff. Also what makes her the top tier sister is the fact is that she represents water, which is above both fire and forest, plus she is the only goddess that will gladly sate our thirstier ego mouths. I'm also gonna triple down with her spell that Link can get, which is Naru's love, which protects us from all harm with a shield around us. A true knowledgeable beauty that whets our thirst and most importantly protects us at all times. Naru, you are you. At number 4. Adult Malon. The hard-working farm girl that we meet during the Kid Link timeline becomes quite the admirable soul during the adult timeline as she works the farm because she fears the mistreatment of the animals from Ingo's hostile takeover. Seriously though, Clark, that guy, this alone makes her a strong and caring woman since she wants to look after the animals of the farm. Also remember, it's because of her Link can ride Epona as well as giving us the ability to get milk from the cows, which is super useful for health and strong bones reasons. Also her horse riding minigame afterwards is fun to do and we get a whole cow to keep at home so we can get our bone strengthening milk on tap. Also her singing voice at the end of the game makes me smile. At number 3. Gerudo Warrior. Out of all the Gerudo designs I decided on the warrior, as she is able to throw down with a good sword swing, which makes her a great party member when it comes to a scuffle with enemies. Her design to me is great and iconic in its own right. And her little laugh when she captures you is very cute, yes, punish me more lol. Aside from all that, she also gives Link the fortress token as a sign of trust, which in a way is a bit of character development. Also little fact, on one of the Sheikah stones it mentions that the Gerudos go into Hyrule Town looking for boyfriends on occasion. I bet they know how to party for sure. At number 2. The Great Fairy of Courage. With an iconic laugh and triangular proportions, the Great Fairies are great waifus. However, I decided to settle on the Great Fairy of Courage as her ability grants Link to withstand damage by half. This not only makes the game easy sauce, but imagine having that ability in real life. Cut your finger. Only hurts by half. Broke a leg. Only hurts by half. Got post-workout pain. Only hurts by half. LOL, you get the picture. Aside from her ability, she can also restore your health and magic. Are you? At number 1. Navi. LOL, I can sense the pitchforks and angry faces over this controversial choice as number 1 waifu. But seriously, think about it for a moment. As annoying as Navi may seem to players, she is actually useful. Not only does she tell Link about enemy information, but she acts as a guide that locks our targeting onto the threat in question. There's a few exceptions however, such as Dark Link and Final Form Ganon, however I can overlook these as these two boss fights are supposed to challenge the player and serve as a goal for the player to overcome in the long term of the story. Aside from her useful enemy lock-on and info, she is also the reason Link is able to talk to anyone, as without her we wouldn't be able to hear what people have to say to us. To further cement her place on this list, she is also our ride or die, as she is with Link from the very start of the game right up until the end, and the fact she endures so much with Link, including all the hardships of the journey. Heck, even the start of Majora's Mask has Link going on a journey searching for her. Also another thing that I find interesting about Navi is that we never see what she looks like aside from being a ball of light with wings. In my humble opinion, aside from hardware limitations, I reckon it's left down to the player what she looks like close up. Next I'm going to go through some honorable mentions. However, if you have made it this far, thank you for watching and let me know what you think. Maybe put in your own tier list order in the comments. Now for the honorable mentions. Gerudo Guard and Gerudo Master of Horseback Archery. These two were considered, and as much as I would have made some horseback jokes and smirky face puns, I noticed that she doesn't do much else in the game really. Same deal with the guards too, as cool as their outfits are, they just patrol the same areas over and over, so I could imagine conversation with them to be rather samey. Dancing couple. They a couple and well exempt from the listing, lol. However, they would have made good entrants for both waifu and husbando list if they were separate characters. Granny. Her potion knowledge and inclusion in the Big Goron Sword questline were not enough for her to make the list. Her cat is adorable though. Goddess of the Sand. LOL, I don't think we need another goddess on this list. Also, it's a statue that was built outside the spirit temple as well as inside the temple. Not a lot is known about this goddess really, other than the Gerudos more than likely worship her. I would have added her to the list if there was more story to it, but really there's none apart from big statue the Gerudos pray to. At least the Golden Trio did things like make land, life and knowledge. And that is the end of the video. Once again, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.